So now we have our next icon, and it's the right shape and everything, but it's the wrong size. So now let's play with it. I'm going to inspect the element, and I'll go to the before here. And so it says the font size is 40 pixels. Now if we go back to our design, here's the image that we created when we were porting it over to Illustrator, and we can just do Control A to select everything and look at the height right here. So 311 pixels. So back in our browser, let's grab the selector that's part of our slideshow here. And now this is a property that we'll want to adjust for both icons. So we'll do it here instead of in the Flex Next selector. And let's set the font size to 311 pixels. Okay, now when we did that, it looks like the next icon disappeared. It's still there. We can hover over it here to see that. But it looks like it's being hidden, probably because the size of this A element is smaller than the size of the font. If we look at the styles here, the height is 40 pixels and the width is 40 pixels. And so that doesn't line up now with the content that's before it. So let's create a new selector for this in our code so we can begin editing our styles there. So it looks like there's a different class here, Flex Direction Nav A, and here's the Flex Direction Nav class. It looks like this is what we want to override. So I'll copy this selector, and I'll go back to our code and go back to the slideshow.scss, and I'll paste in this selector. And now let's adjust the font size in this selector. We did that in the browser, but we didn't do it in our SCSS file. So let's set the font size here to 311 pixels, but let's convert it to REMs with our handy px2 rem function. And now for this, let's set the height to that 311 pixels. But since we're going to use it in two different places, let's set a variable. We'll call it prev next icon height, and I'm going to cut this and I'm going to put it up here in with our other variable. And we'll paste in the name of the variable here, and we'll also paste it in here. Okay, now let's refresh. So we're still not seeing it, but we have a selector now so we can begin playing with it. So here's our A Flex Next, and we've set the height to 311 pixels. Let's play with the width. So I'll do width equals, let's say 300 pixels. Okay, so it's just that it's being pushed off to the side because it's wider than normal. So let's play with this width a little bit until we get something that looks right. Okay, so 200 pixels brings us right to the edge. So that looks good. If we look carefully, it looks like this is being cut off a little bit on the bottom. So I'm curious if maybe there's some padding in there or line height that's preventing this icon from showing its full self. So I'm gonna adjust the height just a little bit. I'm gonna add a few more pixels. All right, a little bit more. Okay, I still see a flat bottom there, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay, that's probably a little hard to see. We'd see it better once we change this icon to white, but it was cutting off just a little bit on the bottom. So I've adjusted the height there, and the width, I think, looks good.